Hello Libra, this is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about December, which will have 4 weeks, therefore 4 columns of cards. I have, I'm programming the cards for you as we speak, and I am going to be adding some classes that will start in January. And so this month you should look for in my website some opportunities to take some classes on crystals as well as on reading tarot cards. If those things interest you, go ahead and take a look, see what's there, and go ahead and schedule it, all right? Because you can through my booking site. When you go to my website, there's a booking button. You hit the booking button and you'll have either readings you can book or classes. And go ahead and check it out. See what works for you. The scheduling of the classes, the times of them may be a little in flux at this moment, just because I need to figure out the location of the students, and where the students come from will help dictate the timing so that everybody can attend. All right, it won't just be Pacific time, it'll be anywhere else time too, so we'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and finish programming these. And now I'll go ahead and program this set for the first week in December, being the 4th through the 10th. And yes, this particular month will end exactly at the end, on the 31st. So that'll be fun. That whole week will go from Christmas till New Year's Eve. Oh, very tidy. I kind of dig that. So let's program these. All right, so we're going to set these aside and we'll get back to them in a momento. Fair enough? Let's go ahead and lay these out and see what's coming up for December for you. All right? All the cards face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. And there are no bad cards. There are lessons in the deck. So don't be alarmed by my little friends. As they show up, I will discuss them at length and we will get through it. Major arcana represent the 22 facets of ourselves, right? So we are in total the major arcana, right? So all of our little parts are represented by them, and that's kind of fun to think about. And when you start watching yourself and seeing which part of your life you're living and how things are going, and you're like, oh, I'm acting very devilish today. Or, oh, I'm acting very empressy. Everything is going really well. Everything is manifesting. Nice. Very good. So let's go ahead and look at these 4 weeks, and I'll get the overview, and we'll see what we're moving into, all right? So here we go, Libra. We have, for the week of the 4th through the 10th, we have the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is referring to the moment when you're going to be taking your power back, right? You're going to be accepting some responsibility. You're going to be reclaiming some responsibility that you may have delegated somewhere else, or that someone else had taken from you, but they're going to be like, oh, no, we need you to do it now. Thank you. Either someone has gotten tired of doing that, or you have seen that they are not doing it well and you need to do it yourself. Okay. All good. It's a possibility and it's a wonderful thing to do. I look forward to seeing what the in-depth cards tell us about that, so we know more about that. The Queen of Cups has shown up as a blocker, so there's an emotionally based feminine energy person who's going to show up, and they're going to be real wishy-washy or needy or otherwise time-consuming. They will stop you from doing whatever you want to do. They will try and get in the way of you and your responsibility. If you can grab this person and drag them along to help you with the responsibility, because maybe it's not that giant a task, but the fact remains it's a responsibility. And if they need to just hang out with you so that they can get what they need, that would be beneficial to somehow diffuse their needs in a way that will not stop you from being productive. All right, cool. The solution is the King of Pentacles. There's someone who is very financially minded with male energy showing up in your, is part of your solution. So they're going to be, someone's going to be telling you some of the stuff about how they handle money or how you should be handling your money. It's worth listening, right? Listening is free. And if you listen and even maybe take a note when they're not looking, you can have information that will be beneficial to you later on when you have some money. But it's not necessary for you to get thoroughly involved financially with anybody right now, okay? So just put that theory on the back burner. You don't need to be in a partnership with anyone about that financially right now. Your goal right here is simply to consume information, accept this person's information, maybe even start running checks on it to see if it's true and if it's right and if it's possible. Because if it is, well then, hey, you may have an opportunity in the future to use this information to your benefit, all right? It's okay. Run a few checks, see a few things, see what's really going on. All good. So that's kind of what's going on for December 4th through the 10th. We'll get more in depth at the end of the video, but we're going to move on now to the 11th through the 17th over here. All right. So what we have here is the Six of Wands, which is you wanting to take your ideas and share them with the world because you feel victorious in how you've handled the information gathering. You feel like, hey, I am now an authority in this area, and I would like to share my information with the world. And that is entirely possible in some cases. So be sure, be careful, and know that even as a teacher, there's a responsibility that goes into it that you may or may not be interested in taking on. So that could be interesting or it could be a drag. But be prepared to take on all of it if you want to do all of it, all right? Even some of it will mean you have to do all of it, okay? It's weird. The Lovers here is talking about how an area in your life where you're blocked, and it says that your partner in crime in life is going to be saying, you're not spending enough time with me, and I want you to know that, understand that, and get it, that it's whatever their language of love is, it's being ignored. And they need you to do something. If you can do that for a night or two and calm them down and get back on track for what you want to do, totally cool. You can actually schedule time with your partner to do that thing you need to do, and then do the rest of the thing that you want to do, all right? Rest assured that thing that you need to do will hopefully be also the thing that you want to do. Because, you know, you picked a partner in crime and you want your partner to be someone you actually want to hang out with and you want to do the things that they want to do. Ta-da! Good partners are the people who are doing things that you want to do anyway. So it's not really a big deal. It's just off on a different tangent because we have our lives that is like the work life, the home life, the play life, and sometimes you're over here and over here, and someone says, wait, we gotta go back over here, we're not balanced. And you're like, oh God, I need to stay balanced, and everything comes undone if we don't stay balanced. So staying balanced is what your partner in crime is all about. It's helping you stay balanced. So if you can do the thing where you stay balanced with your partner will help you balance yourself, and in the end, it's a win, not a problem. But it shows that this is going to take you off track. So pay attention to the balance of it all. And of course, the solution will end up being that you need to be an empowered person. You're the Ace of Swords. So this is you with the gift of more responsibility, more information, more power. And while you have this more power, it behooves you to do the right things with it, right? Make sure you stay balanced over here, but also be sure to take care of yourself and not abuse your power, because you'll have regrets later. That sucks. So we don't want to do that either. Just know that, remember how we had power going on last week, so we have power going on this week as well. The gift of new stuff, maybe because you handled it so well last week. Cool. That's what's kind of going on, and we'll look more in depth, of course. And now, of course, we have the 18th through the 24th, which is going to be the week before Christmas. And it's the world. The world has shown up to say, hey, check it out. We are finishing up. Let's see, are we? Something is concluding. Something will be finishing up. And it's going to have something to do with the foundation of your heart. So it's going to be something that you cared about very much. Well, I actually want more information about that before I say what we're finishing or starting. But the Four of Cups is shown up here to say that, yes, indeed, the thing that's blocking you is something about your foundation of your heart. But that's getting in your way. It's not a finishing or starting kind of thing. We'll get more information and figure that out. I'm sorry that these ones aren't very chatty right now. And the Page of Pentacles here is saying that there's new information about money and how you handle your money coming to you. So that's very interesting. There might be information about money. I'm feeling maybe information about a benefit, a financial benefit coming to you. So you're going to benefit yourself in some way financially, and that's very good. Cool. And let's just kind of sit with that, knowing that we're going to go in deeper in another video, because I want more support information before I say a lot of things that may or may not connect. All right? And now we're going to talk about the week of Christmas, 25th through 31st. So we're going from Christmas through to New Year's. And we have the Devil card at the top, showing that right here we are in a place where we're set up to sabotage ourselves. We are going to do something in this week that could cause ourselves a lot more trouble than we wanted. So it behooves us to take a deep breath, find some peace, maybe find a place to sit on our hands and not act out, okay? Try really hard not to act out. Don't get caught up in whatever you're thinking about, or sometimes we act out when we let our feelings get a little crazy, and we're feeling feelings and we're going, you know what? But if you walk into this situation with the idea that you're just going to live with no regrets, you just got to be ready and willing and able to take on the responsibility for what happens afterward, okay? So, the idea that you can do anything you want to do as long as you're willing to take on the physical, financial, and emotional responsibility for what you did, you can do anything, right? So, work that one through. It's a good one. All right? Now, the Death card has shown up in the area where you're blocked. So, what that tells me is that there's something here that you need to release or let go of, and that maybe you don't want to, or maybe it doesn't want to be let go of. Maybe it's Death is all about releasing to grow, right? And if we're releasing to grow, and that blocks us, that's interesting, right? So maybe about not releasing to grow. Does that make sense? Like it's in reverse in this situation, because it's here in the blocking department. Doing your death work of release will block you and help with the sabotage, right? So It's not time to throw anybody out or any major things out, right? Okay. Check your receipts before you throw them out. How's that? And the Queen of Swords is here to say, as part of your solution, and she's going to be the bossy lady, a lady who is very opinionated about how things go and wants things done just so. This person's going to show up and try and set things right for you, and get in the way of you doing you're like busting out the door to go meet with so and so to do such and such, and you're like, she's going to be in your way going, oh wait, I need you to help me do a thing, and you're like, because you don't want to do that, but she's going to be the one who's the voice of reason saying, relax, take a deep breath, make it a wise choice or a clear choice that you've decided upon. And once you've made that decision clearly and concisely, you can move forward. All right? We sometimes do that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside, and we will look into them more in depth soon enough. But for now, we're going to go in depth on the first week. Let's do that. I have these cards here, and we're going to add them as needed and get things clearer. Surprisingly fuzzy today. I was surprised. Pictures don't always come clear, you know? So let's see. What we have is the Five of Swords. We were talking about taking your power back, more responsibility. The Five of Pentacles is saying that this is more financial information that you need. You're going to need to hunt and gather some more financial information so you can proceed, all right? Maybe you need help with your finances, all right? The good news is you have money. The Seven of Pentacles has said you have money. So you have money. You need to know how to invest it properly and safely. And that's what you're being bestowed with, more responsibility to take care of your finances and da-da-da-da-da. So you're right on track mentally, and you're doing your thing right. That makes sense now. That's wonderful news. The Queen of Cups, this is the emotional lady. We wanted to give a little time, but not give up our time, right? But we have the Eight of Cups here showing up, saying that it's time to walk away from someone that you cared about because they're no longer helping. They're no longer progressing, right? When people start to regress in our lives that we care about, it's hard to keep them around if they don't engage, they don't interact, they don't do the things they're supposed to do to be a part of, right? Or they're takers, and they're the people who continually remove from you or need from you, and you're like, I have nothing left. I have nothing left for this situation, because if I keep feeding this plant, it needs to grow. And this plant doesn't grow. It just lays there. You're going to go, okay, I don't know. Something's wrong with this plant, and I'm going to move on. So that's what good gardeners do, is they move on after they've tried something and it doesn't work. Okay? So now, this here is the Nine of Wands, saying that you aren't going to have a lot of support for this decision. It's going to be an unsupported decision to walk away from this person, this Queen of Cups person. You're going to have made up your mind, and all of this drama, this is a whole lot of drama going on this week while you're trying to do all this financial stuff. It's like a little tap dance with the money over here, and you've got all this drama, and it's like, oh, I don't need the drama while I'm doing this. I need to just stay focused on what I'm doing and what it's going to do for me and how I'm going to work it out. And it's okay to think about yourself sometimes, because right now you're thinking about your big future, not your little future, right? How you will feel when you retire. How will you live when you retire? And it's okay to think about it. It's okay to be comfortable, right? Now, the King of Pentacles is over here as part of your solution for the week. And we have somebody we admire financially in how they lived, how they breathed, how they worked, and how they used their money, right? The way they do everything they do, you look at and go, cool. Now, Whether or not they did that with the same income as you, that's something else entirely. But the way they're doing it is good. And you can learn just by listening to what they have to say about how they did it, no matter how much they started with. Because at some point, you'll have more, for sure. And at this point, they will have information that will help you. Okay? So the reason they're showing up here is because you need to talk to them. Go gather that information. If you can get out of the drama and get into this conversation, it'll help you a lot. There will be things in the story that he tells you that will make you feel hung up. You'll get like, well, what about this? And what about that? And I'm like, just write down the basic broad strokes and let the little things fall behind, because you're a different person, right? You're a different person living a different life than he did, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? This masculine energy person who knows their money inside and out is going to give you good information that will be useful to you, but you'll have to twist it into what you need it to be for you, okay? It's not going to be just, oh, ta-da, it fits me like a glove. No, you will need to arrange it to fit you like a glove, okay? The moon here is down here talking about your dreams and your goals. And when you're talking about your future money, you're always talking about your dreams and your goals. So beginning there is a wonderful thing to do. Start here at the dreams and goals. Create a mental map or a written map of where your money needs to go to be so that you can live like that when you're old. Does that make sense? However you want to be living when you're old, you need to be thinking about it now. Wow, the planners of the universe are taking care of their business. My goodness. Oh, to have a Libra in my life. I don't. Oh. Anyway, so here we go. This is a really important week for you to harness your finances and get them going in the right direction, and know that there is no real misstep. There's only not stepping at all. So go ahead and take a few steps, figure out where you're going, and know that you can adjust, you can course correct, as we say, and fix it to be where you want it to be, little by little. But if you never get started, you never get started. Okay, so cool. Good job, Libra. We will talk next about the 11th to the 17th. All right, thank you.